Morning. So it's 9:10, and yet I am grey. I was a really lighter grey. If you have a look on my Instagram or on my YouTube, but I had real trouble getting the yellowy hue out of it. Didn't matter what I did with purple shampoo, T18, all that stuff. Followed every tutorial. Couldn't. I decided to chop all my hair off because I do that every now and again. My daughter's the same. One of my daughters is the same. We just get fed up, chop her hair off, because, what can go wrong? It's only hair. I've lost it before with chemo, so it's only hair. And what can we do? So, you could put a wig on, or just rock it out. So yeah, I'm gone. I thought, well, I'm going grey anyway, so let's just embrace it, and I love it. I need to put some coconut oil on it this morning. Left in a bit of a hurry and just dropped my son off to a meeting he's got. I'm just waiting for him in the car park. But yeah, so it's Tuesday and I'm in surgery on Friday. I've packed my bag, as you can see in my other video on YouTube. I unpacked my bag, I've packed my bag, I unpacked my bag. I packed my bag again last night. Yeah, it's not, I'm not nervous. In the slightest, I'm not nervous. I don't get nervous before surgeries or anything like that. What's the point? It's going to happen anyway. So I'm not nervous. I'm not apprehensive, I'm not anxious, none of that. My biggest worry is that I don't take enough to do. I don't like being idle. I don't like sitting still. I don't like my brain to be quiet. But then again, saying that, there's many days I wish my brain would be quiet and just leave me alone and just disappear for a little while. My mind just never shuts off. But I don't like sitting quiet. I have to be doing something. So it's a choice between, do I take sewing crafts, embroidery, that kind of thing, on my thread embroidery, or do I take my pencils and my pen and do art? Do I take my iPad and my other iPad and my pen and do art on my iPad for the clothing brand? Do I take paperwork for my merch stuff, for content creators? What do I do? So I keep unpacking. So on my Switch, I've got my Switch. So finally, I've taken my Switch, I've taken my embroidery, and I've taken a new notebook, pens and pencils. So I've got 3 to do. Also my laptop I've taken, because I've got an essay due in April, and I'm halfway through. And I like to get all my essays done a month before the date they're actually due, just in case anything happens. Or I did it once, so in 2006, I think, probably way back then, I'd done my essay and I just sitting on it, and I thought, oh well, it's not due till tomorrow by noon. I finished it weeks ago. I'll put it in about 11 o'clock ish, and my internet went down, and I couldn't upload it. And I tried, and I rang my tutor and said, look, I've done it. But she was like, well, sorry, but if you don't submit it, it's late. You haven't got an extension. I could do it. At 10 to 12, the internet came back on. And I got it loaded. And it's one of my best essays. So now I get everything written about a month before, and I submit it 2 weeks before it's due. Not messing. So I'm going to probably take my iPad with me. My laptop. And do that. But yeah, so Thursday I'll go and check into the hotel down the road from the hospital, chill out, have dinner, me and Carl, relax. Can't eat anything after midday. No, I think it's 11 actually, after midnight, sorry. I think I can't eat anything after 11 p.m. because I've got to be at the hospital at 7:15 on the Friday, and the theatre is 11:15. And they do this thing as sip to send. So you drink sips of water every hour until you actually go to theatre. So none of this nil by mouth stuff anymore. because they don't want you dry. So you can have, I think it's 100 mils every hour. But if anyone knows me, I don't like plain water, so I drink out of an up bottle, so it smells of, you put little cartridges on the top and it smells. But of course you can't at the hospital, they have to measure your liquids. So I'm going to have to just, grow up and drink plain water that doesn't smell of anything. But oh well. Oops. So yeah, I'm ready, I'm sorted. It's just sorting everybody else out. No nails, piercings that will come out. Yeah, just sorting everyone else, making sure the house is sorted. I've put the freezer meals for the kids in the freezer. My daughter's coming home from uni to look after the house and the dogs and everything while my son's at work. And then he's got the weekend off, so she'll go back to uni. So I went to Tesco's and I've got them some of their finest meals. A really nice chicken pad thai, actually, and it was 2 for £8, so it was really good. So they've got them in the freezer and they got snacks. Oh, sorry, they got yogurts and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they're adults, they're not kids, exactly, so they can sort themselves out, but I want to make sure I've got them everything. The dogs have got everything, all their... Oh, talking about dogs, so... Eric has, my border collie, he has IBS, so he uses the AVA weight management food from Pets at Home. Now, we did find, he was brought up, his parents are Crufts dogs, and he was, the breeder we got, they fed him raw. Don't do raw. So when we got him, we changed his diet, but the raw had already given him a really sensitive stomach. So we had him on, supermarket food. We tried him on the pedigree charms. We all did all that, but he was just constantly having diarrhea and being sick. So I went to the vets, and the vets were like, try him on Chappy, see if that will sort him out. He loved Chappy, completely sorted out his stomach, but piled the weight on. This boy had a big ass peachy bum. So we stopped with the weight with this Chappy, and we went on to weight management to get his weight down, maintain it, and give him something we thought would be sensitive on his stomach. So the AVA weight management is great for him. Bertie, my Bichon, on the other hand, will eat anything. That is a hardy dog, and he's like coming up 15. This dog is hardy as hell, so he can eat anything. But now he's getting older, I'm more aware that he's getting arthritis and he's got cataracts and he's going deaf, but he runs around and behaves like he's only 8 weeks old. But I want to give him the best food to keep him oiled from the inside almost. So I'm just watching some guy just stop his cigarette out into really lovely gardens at this hotel. Anyway, because the meetings at a hotel, and it's beautiful here and I love it. And I've been this hotel, my mum and dad, when it first built, my mum and dad came their very first Christmas, and it's been like part of the family since. But anyway, so I was sitting down, and I don't know what I did. I was buying something online as usual, and I got a code for tails. And I seen it advertised on the telly every day, and I hadn't really thought of it because I knew that Eric couldn't eat it. And I was like, why not tailor food for Bertie now he's older? He needs a glucosamine because of his arthritis and all the rest of it. So I went on to Tails and I did that, and he got his delivery the other day. When I put the recommended dry food and the recommended wet food in his bowl, I mean, the dog looked at me and go, is that all I'm getting? Is that all I get? So before, he was getting 400-gram tin a day and a handful of mixer, and we split it into 2 meals. So he gets 200 in the morning, 200 at night, both with a handful of mixer. When we got the Tails, it was 100 grams of dry food, which is, complete food, so it's really good. But he was getting a 150-gram tray of meat a day. Now, he's gone from 400 grams of wet meat to 150 grams of wet meat. Now, I know they're saying that's what he should be having, it's control. The dog was starving. So I messaged them and I said, look, he's gone from 400 grams to 150. There's no way this dog's going to tolerate that. His weight's just going to plummet, even with the full, complete mixture of dry food. And they altered his diet, which is great. So now he gets still the 100 grams of dry food twice a day. So that gives you 200 grams of dry food now. And he gets 2 trays of wet. So he gets 300 grams of wet food and 200 grams of dry. Which, even though the wet food is less, the dry food is more, so he's still getting the same amount, but it's got all the goodness in for him for what he needs, and he's loving it, and he's happy, and I've already seen a change in his mobility already within over a week. So yeah, so dogs are sorted, house is getting sorted. The only thing I've got to do is tomorrow, while everyone's out the house, just make sure there's nothing breakable around for my daughter, because she may be 26 years old this year, but she is clumsy. So anything breakable is locked away. But yeah, apart from that, all good. So yeah, I will be vlogging my surgery, not the actual surgery itself, but getting to the hospital, my recovery, my physio, and anyone else who's going to go through the same surgery, let's see how we do. But yeah, right, I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea while I'm waiting. He said 15 minutes, and it's been half an hour, so we'll see how we go.